So you've been playing Driving Empire for a while now. You've bought a few really cool cars and you've explored most of the map. Now it's time to take your driving to the next level.
Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to show you how to turn any car into a drift car with a few $1,000s. So you can drift like a pro. So first thing you're going to want to do is either pick a car that you already have or come in here and buy one. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to buy one because I just can. Let's pick this one. It looks pretty cool. Might drift well, so we're going to go with that. One thing to look for is 0 to 60. That's a good, if it's really high, or like really low, I guess, then that means it's going to be better drifter. Handling is also a good part of drifting. So yeah, we're going to buy that, drive it. So you can, first thing you're going to want to do, ooh, that startup sounds really good. So first thing you're gonna want to do is either go here, or if you haven't unlocked that yet, you're gonna want to turn around and go back here and enter in here. Doesn't really matter where you park. Performance. All right, so this is where most of your money is going to be spent. You want the best engine you can get for this Titan engine, or I'm probably butchering that. You're gonna buy that. Yes. Tires, you're gonna want the drift trikes. Drift tires is what they're actually called. I call them the drift trikes because, well, it's funny, because that's pretty much what they do. They're basically drift trikes. Make sure you have rear wheel drive. That is the main thing to making sure you'll drift. Get good brakes too. This thing, aspiration, I'm again butchering that. You want the best that you can get. Buy, yes. Alright, so now this car is effectively, or it should be, a drift car. So yep, it's a drift car. Cool. So now that you have your drift car and have spent almost like $50,000-ish, we're gonna want to go find an empty parking lot that you can do some drifts in, just to practice. Up here is a pretty good place. I personally haven't used it a ton up here, but what I have done is I've just gone over here, out here, down this road. Again, your car will be pretty hard to control with this. Like, it will not be great for just normal driving. So I would always just switch it to actually good tires before racing. This car is actually a really good drift car. I just randomly picked it. Alright, so like, I would start. What the heck am I doing? Alright. So now that you have your car sliding like it's basically on ice, the next thing you're going to need to know is how to control it. So the handbrake is your best friend when it comes to drifting. You should probably, just to get a feel for how the drifting works, try a burnout. So to do that, you just hold spacebar, which is handbrake, and the forward button. And some cars burn out better than others. One thing that I've found is you can just put it against a building, kind of, and do a burnout. I don't know why you would do this against a building, but I mean, you can. So there's that. And then another thing is, you need to be pressing the gas pedal whenever you want to be drifting. Gas pedal and handbrake are what makes you slide. So one thing that there is for control is you got to make sure that you always are, like, the key to stopping your drift is to just let off the handbrake and gas pedal, depending. So like right there, that was just gas pedal. I didn't let go of the handbrake. But here, I just took my hand off the keyboard. So basically you can just drift around like just holding W and handbrake, just like this. Another thing that I have noticed with cars like this is that if you go into manual mode by pressing M, you can sometimes get way better drifts because of this one reason. Because you can press Q twice, and all of a sudden you're now in reverse. I am a horrible drifter in reverse, but yeah. So there's that. Manual mode, if you want like the best drifts possible, use manual. Otherwise, just use auto. Auto is pretty good in this game. So we're just gonna yeah. This car is like drift king. All right. So next thing you're gonna want to do after you've practiced in the parking lot for like 5 or 6 minutes is you're gonna want to like just explore the roads, just drifting around. Another great practice thing that you can do to improve your drifting is you can just like get in here and not do that. Yeah, nope. You gotta like time it perfectly and have great control of your car while you do it. Like that one wasn't great, but other times, I'll show clips of me getting almost perfect drifts into parking spots. It's like there, I didn't have enough room to spin around. You need to oversteer a bit, or whatever it's called. I don't know, I'm not a car guy. I'm just a driving empire guy. Alright. So now that you know like the basics of how to drift, well, pretty much practice makes perfect. So you just need to practice a bunch what I've told you in this video, and just keep drifting. The more you drift, the better you'll get at it. One thing that I've noticed is like here, I'll take the very starter car. This is the first car you get in the game. Take this, and this I've turned into a drift car. I've slanted the wheels a little bit. Hold on, sun's going down. I don't want that. We are going to put it day. Yeah, day. All right. So I've slanted in the tires. That doesn't, or out or in, I don't know. It doesn't seem to affect your driftation, as I'm gonna call it. It doesn't seem to affect how well you drift. It's just a heads up. Like you don't need to spend I think it was like $10,000 or something to get it to look like this. You don't need to do that. It just makes it look kind of weird in my opinion. Some people think it looks really cool. It does, I'll admit, it does sometimes. But most of the time it doesn't. And you just want to make sure that you have the you're drifting down. Don't use boost a ton when you're drifting. That tends to like change your direction really fast, from my opinion, or from my perspective, or whatever. I don't know. So yeah, just make sure you know it, like practice a lot. Just drift around the city. Again, whenever you like, it's now that I've become a drifter at heart, I've been practicing just like random drifts. That was not intentional. Alright. But like, I found another great parking lot the other day over here. This one right here. Another thing is, you typically don't want to go above like 75 when you're drifting. Like anything above 75, and it's just like, no. So, don't go over 75. Try to just drift around, drift into parking spots. Again, that's like a great way to practice your drifting. It's how I got as good as I am right now at drifting. Just drifting around in parking lot. And this drifting feature is pretty new for Driving Empire. It used to be that like no matter what you did, you'd just hold your handbrake and you'd just like do that and you could turn and it would drift a little bit. But now they've let you use your engine and drag brake at the same and handbrake at the same time. So now you can do cool stuff. Like, well, you always could, but now you can do like a lot cooler stuff. So yeah, just practice your drifting, and well, it's been Zico. I'll catch you in the next one. Adios.